So now we will learn the last model in this chapter, which is RAD model. RAD is actually Rapid Application Development Model. So this model is based on prototyping and iterative development with no specific planning involved. So we have learned about iterative model already, and you already know what is prototyping. So this rapid application development is based on these two models, prototyping and also iterative development. In RAD model, the functional modules are developed in parallel as prototypes and are integrated to make the complete product for faster product delivery. So here we are doing parallel development. We work on the functional modules parallelly so that we can deliver it faster. The key benefit of RAD approach is fast project turnaround. And in RAD model, developers actually choose RAD model because of its fast pace. And this rapid pace is actually possible as RAD focus on minimizing the planning stage and maximizing prototype development. That's why for doing it quickly, for delivering the project smoothly and fastly, developers usually choose this RAD model. So this is our rapid application development model. So you can see here that there are 5 phases: business modeling, data modeling, process modeling, application generation, testing, and turnover. And each prototype is working on parallelly. They are not linear. They are working parallelly, and then they will be combined. Those prototypes will be combined. So this is our rapid application development. So now we will talk about these 5 phases in RAD model. So the first phase is business modeling. It focuses on the flow of information and the distribution of information between various business channels. A complete business analysis is performed here to find the vital information for businesses, and also how it can be obtained, how and when is the information processed, and what are the factors driving successful flow of the information. So those will be identified here, and it will be shown as the flow of information. And the next phase is data modeling phase. The information gathered in the business modeling phase is reviewed and analyzed to form set of data objects vital for the business here. And the attributes of all data sets is identified and defined here. And the relation between these data objects are established and defined in detail in relevance to the business model. So here we will work with all the data sets. The next phase is process modeling. So the data objects defined in the data modeling phases are converted to establish the business information flow needed to achieve specific business objectives as per the business model. And the process model for any changes or enhancements to the data object sets is defined in this phase. Process descriptions for adding, deleting, retrieving, or modifying a data object are also given in this process modeling phase. And the next phase is application generation. So the actual system is built and coding is done by using automation tools. So you will use automation tools here to convert process and data models into actual prototypes. And the next one is testing and turnover. We test all the new components and all the interfaces here. So all the interfaces between all components need to be truly tested with complete test coverage. In RAD model, the overall testing time is less than other model, and the reason behind this is that the prototypes are independently tested during every iteration. So that's why the overall testing time is reduced. So now let's talk about the advantages. So the first two things that what we use in RAD model, we use reuse of components and also we use parallel development. So from these two we already know that due to the use of parallel development and also the reuse of components, it will be able to do rapid delivery. So this is the most important advantage of RAD model, that it enables rapid delivery. And also it encourages customers feedback, and as we integrate it from the very first, from the beginning of our life cycle, so lots of integration issues is solved. So let's talk about disadvantage. So RAD model actually works well if you have high skilled engineers in your team, and also if the customer is committed to achieve the targeted prototype in the given time frame, then you can use RAD model and RAD model will work well. But if there is commitment lacking on either side, then RAD model will fail. So this is the main disadvantage of RAD model. So now when should we use this RAD model? So RAD model can be applied successfully to the project in which clear modularization is possible. As we are doing parallel development, so we have to modularize our system. If the project cannot be broken into modules, then RAD model will fail here. So that's why we should use this model when we can clearly modularize our system. So this model is actually dependent on clear modularization.